Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. Today we're going to be showing you how to apply these gorgeous full coverage tips from Coco and Claire. So let's get to it. So to start our prep here, we're going to grab our Coco and Claire cuticle pusher and just start working the skin back. Prep is absolutely key to long-lasting nails. The sharp end on the pusher really is one of my favorite tools for getting right in the corners there, just getting everything kneaded out. You really want to make sure all that extra skin is gone. Next, we're going to grab our Coco and Claire buffer and just work our way around the nail bed there, lightly etching, just very gently, giving the nail something to stick to. As you're buffing, you really want to make sure that you're getting rid of any shiny spots that could cause the nail to not adhere. And there you have it, freshly prepped nails ready to be sized for tips. Here we have our Coco and Claire almond shaped full coverage tips. I chose these ones because the almond shape is honestly a true almond. They are gorgeous. I absolutely needed to try them. They come in 12 different sizes for an amazing fit for everybody. Fitting these nails is super easy. What you really want to look for is sidewall to sidewall, just making sure there's no gaps. Right up close there. See how there's no gap at all on either side? But there's a smidgen of a little gap right at the cuticle area. You don't want to shove it up under your cuticle. Just leave a little bit of a space right there, as you can see. We'll explain more later. Again, here we go. Sidewall there, no gap at all. Make sure it fits beautifully. Look at that gorgeous nail. As we turn it there, you can see absolutely no gap either, but we still have some room for comfort at the top there. And here we are at the middle finger here, and we just looking, turning, seeing the sidewall there, perfect. Uh-oh, that's not good. You do not want a gap there, bad, bad, bad. We grab a size up and try again. And there we are, fitting it to the sidewall, beautiful, turning, absolutely no gap, perfect, there you are. And again, making sure everything fits. Now that we have our nails sized and ready to go, we're gonna grab our next two steps, prep and clean, numbers 1 and 2. So next we're gonna choose a gel to cure our nails on. First we have Strong, a clear, durable, flexible base, or you can go with a builder gel from Coco and Claire, also extremely strong but a little bit thicker. I really like Baby Doll, just a nice, beautiful, natural base to your nail. For this set, we're gonna go with Strong, just so we can show you how to apply a color to your finished product afterwards. Next, we're gonna go ahead and grab our step 1, Clean, and we're gonna apply it to every single nail, being extremely careful not to flood the cuticle. You do not need to cure it. Clean will air dry as it is dehydrating the nail. Next, we're going to go ahead and grab our step 2 prep. We're going to apply it to the first 2 nails. I really suggest working in groups of 2 or less. Do 1 nail at a time or 2 for this step. Being very careful not to get into the cuticle, you really want to scrub it into the nail bed. Work it in there. So still using prep, we're going to grab our first nail here for the pinky finger, and we're going to apply very little to the inside of the nail tip. Looking at how long your nail bed is, you only want to apply as much as the nail length is. We are just applying it to the part of the tip that is being applied to the nail, no more than that. Once you have that done, we're going to set it down just to let it dry a little bit there. As that's drying, we're going to go ahead with our Strong and we're going to create a base layer. One thing to note is Strong is a thicker gel, so as you can see, they're taking off as much product as possible. You really don't want a full brush for this at all. With very little product, you're going to go in and you're going to create a really thin little layer there. Nice and smooth. After we've created that little smooth layer, we're going to move our bottle out of the way and we're going to grab our little cocoa light and we're going to cure for 30 seconds. Now that we have our base layer, we're ready to apply our tips. Again, we're going to take our strong and we're going to take as much product off the brush as possible. Once you have very little product, you're going to grab the smallest little bead. You're going to apply a very, very small amount just to the inside of the tip there. We want to make sure that we have our flashlight on standby there, and then we're going to grab our tip and we're going to work it down. From the very top there, you're going to slowly press and cure. You're going to want to cure for 30 seconds before you let go. Make sure that nail is really secure on there with no air bubbles at all. Now your nail is cured on, nice and strong. Look at that, beautiful. It's as easy as that. So now we're going to go ahead and repeat the process, starting with our prep, making sure that's etched into the nail. Then we're going to apply our builder and cure, making that slip layer. Be sure to cure for 30 seconds. Now that we've cured our strong, we're ready for our tip. So we're going to take a very, very small amount of strong and we're going to apply it to the tip. Very little bead there. Awesome. Then we're going to take it and apply it from top to bottom there, making sure there's no air bubbles, lots of pressure, and cure for 30 seconds. Easy as that. You really want to pay attention to the amount of gel you're putting on the tip, just enough to cover your natural nail. And there we go, from top to bottom, keeping pressure and even, cure for 30 seconds. There you have it, a beautiful nail. Once we've cured on all of our nails, we're going to go stick them under the cocoa lay all at once just to give them a good final cure. Now strong does have a tacky layer, so we're going to go ahead and cleanse that off with cocoa cleanser. We are ready for the next step. So now we're going to go ahead and grab our cocoa file and we're going to get ready to blend the tips. As you remember, we left a small little gap just at the top, very minimal, just so we can blend without hurting the cuticles. With the edge of your file, you're going to slowly work your way down. Just keeping right on the edge of the file there, we're not doing anything harsh, just nicely buffing and blending. You do not want to file through your nail bed, so you're just going to keep it minimal pressure at a great angle there. Working your way down, you're going to nicely buff and blend just the corners there so they're nice and even. You don't want any gaps or ridges. Perfect. So you accidentally put your tips too high. That's okay. You just push them back a little bit and try to blend as best as you can. Practice, practice, practice. After we've got them blended, we're going to give it a nice little finish file there and a good little buff. And you're ready for the next step. So now that you've smoothed and blended everything out at the cuticle there, we're going to go in with strong and we're just going to fill in that little gap that you have there. Make sure everything is nice and even. Now we're going to apply that to all of the nails. Nice, even, smooth coats. I find it easiest to do no more than 3 nails at a time, just so product isn't going where you don't want it to. Always curing for 30 seconds. After your final cure, you're ready for the last step, your color. Here we chose Cocoa and Claire Uber Beach. You can now go ahead and apply your color, curing for 30 seconds in between each coat. I personally prefer to apply 2 thin, even coats for the best coverage possible. After you're finished your color, you're going to go grab your step 5, shine, our top coat. We're going to apply that to every nail, curing for 30 seconds as well. Applying nice, thin, even coats. After your final cure, that is it. You are all done. It is that easy. How beautiful are these, guys? Thanks so much for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more tutorials.